Hey, it's Mark coming to you from Baker's Green Acres. Today is the 5th of April and 2018. Doesn't look like April, does it? We had a little bit of snow. This happens. It's nothing to worry about. Spring snow is not a bad thing. Got a lot of nitrogen in it. Really helps out the soil. But I got something that I need to brief on today, and I've been a little uneasy for about a week now. And I realized this morning it's because I haven't briefed it. I haven't told you what's going on. As I've said a lot of times, I believe that this change is going on throughout the world. I think we're entering into an age of truth. And in order for you to act appropriately, I think you need to know what the truth is. And a lot of times I make these videos, and it's a way to document what has happened. And, ever since about 2012, my family has been under constant pressure from the Department of Agriculture and their subsidiaries, I guess, And so this happened, and I want to tell you what happened. And I'm going to get to the reason why I think it's important that I brief this. You need to know this. The story isn't over. I had to go out of town last week. So me and my wife and my 3 small kids left, and we had to go back east to do some things, do some visiting. It was a good trip. It was a vacation, actually, before things get going here, which they do in the spring. They get going pretty good. Sorry, I'm a little shaky this morning. Coffee hit me hard. So I was out of town, and on the 29th, my son Keith, who was taking care of the place here, calls me up, and he's pretty freaked out, and he says, "Hey, car just pulled in here, a sedan, with a state logo on it, and then state police, and they want you." I said, "Well, they can't have me. I'm in Maine, so see what they want." He checked with them, and they said it's just a routine inspection. A routine inspection. They have a lot of routine inspections, right? Now, it isn't. There's nothing going on this time of year. There's nothing to inspect. The butcher shop is closed down. We're a seasonal business. I'm not growing any chickens this time of year. That will start up. It could have started up already when we got back. We could have made our first order of chicks. So I told them, well, just tell them I'm not here. And they went away. And it's not like they call you on the telephone and tell you what the story is. It's not anything like that. It's always secretive. Now, this particular group of people, they know who I am, and they've been doing this type of crap for a while now. And it's not personal. They work for an organization that has told them to do something. And they are definitely working an agenda, right? There's no doubt about this and now when you see it. And it's not because of this farm necessarily or what I do here at this farm. It has to do with not complying with their picayune wishes. We live in a representative republic governed by a constitution, but then this sub-corporation, Department of Ag, operates within the state with the blessing of the governor. And they say, yeah, you have the rights granted by the Constitution, but we want you to comply with our regulation. That's basically what it comes down to. And this time was different. I know the state police have been here before, and I've told you, the state police that I've come in contact with, and when my son went to the State Police Academy camp, I consider them to be cut from the same cloth that I am. They are sheepdogs, and they join the force to protect and defend. That's who they seem to be to me. Now, I've had a bad dealing with one of them that's in higher management that blew off some very important information that I had. But the average patrolman seems to be from the same strata that I was drawn from to go in the military and most of my comrades that have gone into the armed services, same group of folks. So I haven't had problems with them. But this is what they did this time. This is what Department of Ag did this time, and this is troublesome. And I want this video out here to document this. As I've told you before, to destroy my business, they've gone into the establishments that I do business with, and they've told them that I'm under investigation, or this or that. They tell them all kinds of things. These establishments don't come running back to me and tell me, because they don't want trouble with the Department of Ag. So I don't generally hear about it, but on a couple occasions I have. And this last one was blatant. Josh Felsk was in one of my stores out in Manistee, and he told them that I'm under investigation. My farm is under, whatever. And the worker there called up my wife, because we've been doing their business there for a long, long time, over 10 years, and told her. So I called to check on that. What's this all about, with Jim Padden? Oh, he just gives me the breeze. But then they show up here last week when I'm gone. Now that's an important part of the puzzle. They'll say, oh, it was just a coincidence. Not if you got a patrolman with you. They have the capability of knowing exactly where this telephone is. But they showed up here while I was gone, and it was a technique to destroy morale. And okay, we get it. We get it. I'm a long way away. I was in Maine, and there was nothing I could do. But the problem here is, in order to get a state policeman to come with them, they have to tell the state policeman something, or the state police organization something. So is it sort of the same thing where they say he's under investigation, like they do with my stores? Because as far as I know, I've never even had a speeding ticket in this state. I haven't. I've been pulled over one time for rolling through a stop sign. It was a cop from Osceola County, and I said to him, "You got me fair and square." I didn't mean to. And it was on a deserted country road, and he said, "Where are you off to?" And I said, "We're going to get ice cream." He says, "Have a good time. See ya." Good guy. Just out patrolling for the safety of the public. That's who they are. But now I've got the Department of Agriculture telling the state police organization that there's a problem and that they need to accompany the Department of Ag to my farm to do a routine inspection. Now, what did they tell them? All right? Your guess is as good as mine. But whatever they told them, it wasn't true. Or maybe they just told him I'm a great guy and you'd like to meet him, but I doubt it. So it wasn't true, but yet the state police did move. So I think that they were misinformed that there is some sort of threat here. And that threatens the safety of my children, because I am an American GI and I live by the law, right? I live by the rule of law in the U.S. Constitution, and I am no threat to law enforcement. I am one of them. I was one of them before they were even considering being law enforcement. I have had their back for a long time. And this organization, Department of Agriculture, food inspectors may have felt a little threatened. Gee, you wonder? Well, anyway, I thought it was low, and I've been uneasy because I haven't made this video. A lot of people got involved when that happened, and I was advised not to make a video. But I think you all need to know what is going on here. I'm not manufacturing any illicit drugs or anything. I grow food, and I share it with my neighbors. Department of Ag, I think, is way out of line. They're saying that in order for me to do what I have done here for 10 years, now I have to jump through hoops. Why? Because I will not comply with their frivolous wishes. So anyway, the story isn't over. When they do come here, I am going to interview the state policeman. I'm going to find out what they've said. And then we'll kind of go from there. But I'm going to show you the process. For now, until we have a complete turnover here in the United States, I think that me and my family are going to go a little bit different direction and do something else. Because here we are at the beginning of the season and we're getting hassled already. And who knows how many more of my customers they've gone to and told them that I'm under investigation, you know. I mean, they told people before that they couldn't even have our products in their freezers. And, you know, if you run a store or a restaurant, around here, most things are seasonal. You got to hit it hard during the season, and you don't have time to dig up what you can do and what you can't do. And people don't have time to go to court with these idiots. So anyway, that's what happened, and I will be back to you with the continuation of the story. It's Mark from Baker's Green Acres. Remember, anyone can farm.